Hi class, it's Miss Straub again, and we are going to wrap up our Cornell notes when we talk about plot today. So remember that we're still on plot, it's still Unit 1, and we are going to discuss a new stage of plot. We've already talked about exposition, we've already talked about rising action, and now it's time for the new stage, and that is climax. Ta-da! This is our third stage of plot, climax. We have developed the conflict. The conflict is so big right now. Robert, we have to see if he's going to remember his lines. And then we have all the little baby conflicts leading up to the main conflict of Robert remembering his lines. So we're going to find out what the climax is exactly. So again, climax is our third stage of plot. Alright, comes after rising action, and it is the turning point of the story. Here, the character is at the breaking point of their conflict. We are going to find out if they resolve their conflict or if they don't resolve their conflict. And it's the most suspenseful part. It's one or two events only. Okay? It's not a whole section like in Rising Action where we had conflict after conflict after conflict. It's only one or two events, sometimes only one, most of the time only one. And then if it is the climax, if you've identified the climax correctly, there will be no more main conflict after. You might have the little conflicts that will be resolved along the way, but the main conflict is gone. It's disappeared. It's all gone. No more main conflict. And just a reminder that conflict means problem. So in the school play, it's showtime. We've built up the conflict so much, we don't know if Robert's going to remember or forget his lines. So right now, I want you to open your interactive readers to page 10, and I want you to look between lines 187 and 195. We left off on 187 yesterday, and I want you to see if you can find the answer. Will Robert remember or forget his lines? And then you will find the climax. I want you to underline the event that you think is the climax, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is one event. If you said, Robert rubbed his elbow, then his eyes, and said, I can see nothing wrong, wrong is nothing I can see, then you are correct in identifying the climax. Here we find out that Robert actually forgot his lines. Okay, so he forgot his lines. Now we got to wait to see what happens next with all of his little mini conflicts. Is Mrs. Bunnan going to get mad? Is his mom going to get mad? Is Belinda going to get mad? But his main conflict is resolved, okay? We figure out that he forgets his lines. Now we just have to hold our breath and wait to see what happens. So this one line right here is our climax. And that's it. One event. Just one. Alright? You don't have to look at anything else because after that, his main conflict is over. He doesn't have to say any more lines. He just has to wait it out. So that's what you're going to look for when you look for a climax in a story. Where is the main conflict going to be resolved? Where is the reader going to know what's going to happen? So now we've gone over 3 stages of plot. Exposition, rising action, climax. What comes next? Stay tuned.